Hey, welcome to Joe's Multiverse. I'm Joe, and today I want to talk about these Target exclusives, G.I. Joe classified Cobra Island figures that everybody's having such great time with out there. The struggle is real. I know firsthand, last year, 2020, I tried like balls to get my hands on that Baroness with the bike, the Baroness with coil. I made a video on my channel here called the G.I. Joe Rant, and it was all about my trips to Target trying to get my hands on this thing. I went there several times, many times went there in the early in the morning before they opened, first one in the doors when they claimed to have had that. Talked to people the night before they closed, and having them tell me that they have them in the back, that they'll get put out, that they have this many. I mean, right before they're closing the night before, they have like 3, 4, 5 of these Baroness. Be there right away in the morning, and they're gone, vanished. Doesn't even come up on their systems anymore overnight for some reason, like they never even existed, and that happened so many times. So I know the struggle is real when it comes to these damn G.I. Joes. I've never ran into any problem like this with any other line. I have hundreds and hundreds of figures. I have hundreds of Marvel Legends, a Black Series, DC Multiverse, NECA, all these kinds of things. I go out and I hunt them. I don't really like to have to order them. I will when I can't find them, but I like to go out on the hunt. I'm a toy hunter. I like to go find them in the wild, and I'd like them to surprise me on the shelf or to be there when they're supposed to be, and when I go looking for them to get them. But I've never ran into this trouble with any other line before. I don't know what the deal is with these G.I. Joes. I don't know if it's because it's a new line for Hasbro, or they're doing something to try to drum up business because it's a new line, or if it's mostly blamed on the whole COVID thing. I don't know, but we were all hoping as collectors that 2021, with the second wave of these Cobra Islands, that it would be different, and it's not. This Firefly, you don't want this thing anyway. This thing looks like junk, in my opinion. That vest thing with the crotch piece, I mean, it looks like this squarey triangle thing. I mean, it doesn't even look good. And I don't think anybody's really been able to do an honest review on it, because they're just so happy that they have it, and being able to put it out on their channel as one of the first reviews, because not a lot of people have this damn thing, and even less people have this figure that are capable or wanting to do a review on it, that have a channel. So, I mean, good on you guys that got your hands on it, that are doing reviews, but I'm just not. I'm trying to detach myself from this whole Cobra Island thing. If I came across it, I would grab it. If somebody gave it to me, I would take it. You know, I would do a review on it. I would talk about it. But I'm not going to go out of my way for these Cobra Islands anymore. I have almost all the other figures. I was able to get the other Cobra Island, you know, the Roadblock, and the Cobra Trooper, and what was the other? Was there another one? The Beachhead. I was lucky enough to get those. I was never able to get that damn Baroness, and there's no way I'm paying over $100 and $200 for a figure. Hopefully Hasbro will smarten up and try to ease the tension and satisfy us collectors that go through all this trouble and spend all this money on their product and re-release these things. That would be good. I seen a video about that. I haven't watched it. I wanted to get this video up because I'm sick of hearing about this stuff. And my advice to any collectors out there with these G.I. Joes is detach yourself, because it's not worth it. Wait for the other ones. They're going to be coming out. We'll probably get a bunch of releases of new G.I. Joes throughout this next year. A lot of people talk a lot of shit about Walmart, but at least their exclusives, I have found that they're easier to find, and I don't think that they should be doing exclusives unless that they're pouring into these stores because us collectors will buy them. Fill them up with these exclusives. I understand that they sign deals with, okay, GameStop, you're going to be exclusively the ones that sell this particular figure. Okay, well, that's fine. That's a business strategy. We're going to do this with Walmart or Target, and your guys are going to exclusively do that with one figure and give them a lot of it. I mean, we'll buy it. But when you take a figure from a legendary line like G.I. Joe, you put it in the most popular collective size, the 6-inch, and then you put it in a place where that's the only place you can get it. We can't pre-order it. We can't order it off Amazon. We can't go to another store to look for it. It's only at this one store, and they might get 5 or 6, and then that's it. And there's people fighting over it, and there's people making angry YouTube videos about it, and the stuff's showing up in the news, and it's turning people off to Hasbro, to G.I. Joe, to collecting, and it's just causing all this extra stress with everybody already stressed out because of this last year and personal problems and issues and all this stuff. I mean, collecting is supposed to be fun. We love, as collectors, to go out, to jump in the car, even if we have to do it early in the morning, go out there and look for this stuff. You're taking the fun away. We like to make these videos that show off these figures and to show them to our friends and make we spend hundreds of dollars on display shelves and lighting and make everything look cool, and taking toy photography and putting it on Instagram. I mean, it's supposed to be a fun thing, and then we have this kind of BS with can't finding a figure and people scalping them, and I'm not even going to start talking about you scalpers, but all this other jazz that just sucks all the joy and fun out of this terrific hobby. And it's an expensive hobby, but it's not. I mean, all hobbies are expensive. If you want to go out and bow hunt, there's thousands of dollars on all the equipment. You want to get into pottery or to fishing. I mean, you go to all these specialty things for the hobbies. They all cost a lot of money to get into, but it doesn't cost a whole lot to go to Target or Walmart or somewhere and spend $20 on a figure and be happy with it. You know, it all adds up. I mean, I probably have over $20,000 in Marvel Legends and Black Series alone, but that's accumulated over time. But $20 a pop, that's not a real expensive shell out of your wallet, and that's a really fun category to be in with a hobby that there's so much joy and such a big community. And for $20 you can find that joy and take it home and take it out and play with it and take pictures of it and share it on your Facebook and on your Instagram. But then to have to deal with all this stuff, and we're coming to the stores with our hard-earned money, and we're going out of our way and making multiple trips, and that stuff is not there, and it's because the poor distribution. And it's I would not, I tell you what, I would not write off Hasbro altogether. I wouldn't throw the baby out with the bathwater, as they say. I would just say, I don't need that Viper, and I don't need that that Firefly, unless Firefly was your favorite character out of all of G.I. Joe. If you grew up and that was somehow your favorite, or you liked that character from that piece of garbage G.I. Joe 2, you know, I mean, it's not like this is Snake Eyes. It's not like this is the definitive Destro, and that's the only one we're getting, or it's the definitive Cobra Commander, and that's the only one we're getting. I could see people making a huge fuss about that, or you have some huge issue where you have to be a completist and you have to get every single G.I. Joe, or you just feel like you're gonna die. You know, I mean, if you're that intense with it, that's one thing, which probably isn't all that healthy anyway. But collect the other ones. Try to focus on the ones that are coming out, and I would go that route. But as of right now, the very beginning of January, screw Firefly, screw this Viper. Hopefully they'll start re-releasing. Hopefully Hasbro is not doing this on purpose. I don't know, but I would I would definitely try to take a different approach on this, because I know this is angering a lot of people and turning a lot of collectors off. And all the times that I've had to go to Target and talk to associates there and have them go in the back, I've stood there for like a half an hour waiting for them to come in the back, only to come back empty-handed. I've only had them come back one time in the dozens of times that I've checked on figures. Only one time have I had them come out, and that was that one day when he came out with the two Cobra Troopers and two Beachheads, and there was another collector standing there, and we both got one of each, and that was the end of it. Every other time, I had to wait for them to come out empty-handed. I don't know where they are, or the pallet isn't broken down yet, to never to see it again or hear back or anything. And I know this. I know the struggle. I know it's frustrating, but screw these figures. Wait for the other ones, and if they come out and re-released, then that's good. But hopefully Hasbro isn't just putting these out and they don't care, and they're thinking, well, we've sold all the ones that we've made, and we've made 10,000 figures and they've all sold, so we don't care if these collectors are upset. These dummies will come back and buy the next ones that come out, and we've sold our production, so we're happy and we have the money. Hopefully they don't have that attitude. Who knows? But I would keep collecting, but I would be a little more particular and picky on the ones that we really go after, because these ones, when they're Target exclusives and all this trouble, it ain't worth it.